21 story quest. Who is that? Isn't that... Is that Vera? I can definitely tell that one's 21. That's who you think it is. Actually been leaked? I'm pretty sure. Holy shit. Yeah, that's Vera. Alright, let's do this. 21. Alright. At 6 o'clock, number 21 opens her eyes to see herself lying on a pure white bed approximately 6 feet long. Number 21 interlude. One of the first bits of story I read. The Verisi. She hears the lyrics. Put your head on my shoulder. Whisper in my ear, baby. Playing through the speaker. It only plays this one line. No more, no less. At 7 o'clock, she finishes washing up and is spared a brief moment of silence. At this time, she normally just sits on the only chair in the room, waiting for her designated medic bot to administer her routine physical and injections. She looks at the white medic bot in silence. The medic bot will flash one of the 3 colors depending on her examination results. Green means safe, orange means standby, and red means danger. These colors were the only colors she could see in the pure white confines of the room, thereby making the medic bot seem all the more peculiar. That sounds like insanity. Like, actually sounds like insanity. Today, the color is green. She is free to leave. The holo screen displays her schedule for the day, but does it really matter? Each day is merely a repetition of the previous day. The same schedule she has seen countless times. At 8 o'clock, staff at the Research Institute begin their work. Number 21's room is at the end of a corridor, so a few people pass by the glass wall. She watches the staff clad in white lab coats, awaiting the one assigned to her room. At 8:30, she hears the locking mechanism activate and the massive white door slide open. A staff member in a white lab coat walks in. Good morning, number 21. The staff member approaches the medic bot and inspects number 21's vitals for the day. Looks like vitals are not normal today. This is already depressing. I have some news for you. Your modification surgery has been moved up to today. Your tantalum 193 affinity will be re-evaluated at 9 o'clock. The surgery will begin at 10 o'clock. This is pre-construct. Moved up? Why? Her response catches the staff member off guard. Number 21 just obeys quietly. Test subject number 20 had some... forget it. It has nothing to do with you. She stops herself mid-sentence, realizing she should not say too much. Instead, the staff member just replies vaguely. Put this on. You need to complete your daily training first. Understood. The staff member hands her a collar. Whenever 21 leaves the room, she must always wear the restraint collar on her neck. Even during combat training, when the collar turns bright red, she experiences severe pain and numbness radiating from it. She's literally a test subject. My god. Except Vera and Kamui. Cake, welcome! Hope you're having a good day. Pretty good, pretty good. We're doing 21's interlude right now. Doing some story so I can actually unlock some good stuff. Number 21 has worn this ever since she was a child. There were a few times she put up a fight, but it has long since become an everyday part of her life. After putting on the collar, the staff member escorts her out of the room. Fuck. At 10 o'clock, the bright surgical light turns on overhead. The stuff in the Kumo Desu anime. No spoilers. Yeah, feel free. All I know about Kumodesu is that they really fucked up. Like, the CGI looked bad to the point where I was just like, the moment I saw the bad CGI, I was like, I'm not watching this. Or yap about it? Do whatever. If you talk about it in chat, I might not respond to it. I might, because this is a video for YouTube. But you can choose. Your choice. The dazzling light burns her retinas, causing a constellation of lights to obscure her field of vision. The masked dollar... Alright. Alright, feel free. The masked doctor, the noise from the instruments, the clock on the opposite wall, everything becomes blurry. Examination results show no irregularities. Begin administering the anesthesia. Number 21's cognition begins to blur as the anesthesia takes effect. Has it started? Number 20 is no stranger to this kind of surgery. During her stay at the Institute, she undergone them numerous times. What's the Institute? All those surgeries have been leading up to this. As her consciousness gradually is pushed away, quixotic and aimless memories begin to float up from the depths of her mind. 21. Huh? I just thought of something. Do you know how old you are? The use of Anastasia means this is a good while after Lucia's interlude in the timeline. Yeah, so this is when it becomes supported by the world government, right? Or something of that sort? No. I know how old I am. The last time they gave me the Tanta whatever affinity test, I snuck a peek at the report the doctor was holding. According to the date, I should be 14 years old. Okay. But you've been here at the Institute longer than me. Maybe you're older. You're about as tall as me, but you're a lot skinnier. I don't know. Why haven't you been modded yet? This question, however, she knows the answer to. The medic bot. Oh, right. You have a medic bot, unlike the others. Is it because of your poor health? Nods. I haven't passed. That's okay. I saw your recent training results. You killed it. I want to be strong like you. Once we're modded, we can get the heck out of here. Leave? Here? Yep, number 13 left last week after he completed his modification surgery. I heard some grown-ups say he's already going on missions. Oh. What's wrong? You don't want to stay here, do you? I don't know. Is there any difference between doing experiments out there and here? Obviously, duh. I saw the outside world before I was brought in. It's completely different from here. It's hard to describe though. It's been so long I can't really remember. But, I'm sure it'll blow your mind when you see it. Number 20 sits cross-legged in front of 21. Unlike the other test subjects, she came from outside. The researchers do not like number 20 speaking with the other test subjects, but she always finds a way to sneak off with number 21. 22, right? Number 21 is actually 22. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, I got it right. Why do you want to wait for me? Because we're friends, silly. Friends? The other kids are just as scatterbrained as you. But you're the only one that doesn't get mad at me. And besides, don't we talk a lot? I think that makes us friends. Whew. I don't understand. Let's make a pact. You're my first friend and I'm your first friend. How does that sound? She ignores number 21's confusion and continues to speak her mind, but number 21 is used to it. Based on her analysis, number 20 is safe and non-threatening. Not to mention, no one ever talks to number 21 besides her, so she nods in agreement. Okay. Awesome. Number 20 jumps on her excitement and rubs her hair, but right after, number 20 curls it in her arms and whimpers. Dang it. They found out I'm missing. Is your collar getting hot? Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. I need to get going. The girl staggers to her feet, puts her hand over the restraint collar on her neck, and spits her tongue out at number 21, even though the pain causes her to wince slightly. Following that, she runs away and disappears out of sight. Once we're modded, can we leave? The thought of this does not get number 21's hopes up. Smart. Born as a test subject, her duty is to undergo experimentation, fight and combat training, and wait for the next experiment. Her future is like the list on the holoscreen in her room, written out long ago. That's sad. On the other hand, perhaps there are many colors for her to see in the outside world. That is all she wants to know. She holds on to that desire as she falls into deep sleep. Scene change. Your GPS shows that you've reached the target coordinates. Did you find the entrance? Tisk. What's the rush? According to the topographic map, you should turn left at the intersection 10 meters ahead. There's... careful! 2 guys around the corner are on your radar. The operation was moved up to 10 o'clock. If everything goes according to the schedule, maybe we can meet up for afternoon tea. Well, he's dead. Who goes there? And she's dead too. The figure emerges from the shadow and releases the chokeholds on the 2 researchers. Their bodies fall to the ground. Approaching. Have you taken care of them already? What do you think? Should I have waited until you were done with your babbling? Ah, it's Vera. Okay, I'll leave you to your mission. Call me when necessary and keep in touch. Still remember our objective? Recover the research material and core data. Any more of your crap and I'll hang my receiver next to one of the Daedalus Institute's loudspeakers so you can test out the surround sound in high fidelity. Just recover the target without making a scene. And I'm sure you can do it, and just call me if you need anything. I'll be on standby, and bye. With a click, and as the transmission ends, the dark corridor returns to silence. I didn't make any promises. How very Vera. Drip, drip, drip. Number 21 opens her eyes to a deafening alarm and flashing red lights. She wants to move her limbs, but she cannot. Thinking that she is paralyzed? She soon realizes that an intense and almost unbearable pain is overwhelming her other senses. The operating room is empty. Apparatuses and surgical instruments are knocked over. An intravenous tube hangs from a scattered array of racks and supports. Blood and vital fluids drip from a damaged tube, forming an immiscible pool on the floor. Doctor? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that room's no longer, sterile. Outside the operating room, she hears a cacophony of screams, erratic footsteps, gunshots, roars, and blades colliding. Number 21 takes a moment to acclimate to the pain. The effects of anesthesia still have not subsided, causing her to feel dizzy. After several attempts to raise her hand, she finally manages to pull off the respirator covering her face. Taking out the respirator, obstructing her vision, she sees a hand, a robotic hand. Surprised by the unfamiliar sight, she tries to move her fingers, and the doll-like spherical joints move. This is her body. She strains herself to look down, gasping for breath at the unprecedented confusion and panic. Her body has become a mechanical frame, but it is not complete. She can see her joints, her legs are embedded with iron plates with gaps between them, revealing the internal structure of thin wires and luminous chips. Number 21 gradually relaxes her breathing before realizing she no longer needs to breathe. Warning, vial fluid leak. Please repair the intravenous tube promptly and complete surgical procedure. Give me a sec. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna need another one of these. Sup, Gooey? Hey, we're doing 21's Interlude right now. Daedalus is interesting. They don't come up much, but they're mostly just a separate scientific group that work on constructs. They use government funding, but they work outside of the government's view. They're mostly defunct. And they're also named after the Greek legend of Daedalus, so that was the first thing I noticed. The blinding red dot on the medic box indicates danger. You don't say. Number 21 feels her life leaving her body. She reaches out and touches the vacant part of her leg. The red light flashes on her fingertips, showing the vital fluid dripping between her fingers, and as she is unable to stem. I mustn't be discarded. Infirmary, repair. Since the surgery was interrupted, her legs still remain inoperable. Falling off the operation table, she crawls out of the operating room, with support of her elbows as if driven by survival instinct. Warning, surgery incomplete. Patient must not leave the operating table. Repeat, surgery incomplete. Patient must not leave the operating table. The medic bot delivers an ear-splitting alert. Connected via a protruding tube, the medic bot gives number 21 a continuous flow of vital fluid and electricity. However, 21 does not stop. One by one, the wires connected to her begin to sever. Her metal frame drags across the floor, making sharp grating sound, as if shards of glass scratch at her frame. My god, this sounds painful! The medic bot is pulled closer behind by a tube connecting it to 21, constantly issuing warnings. Dude. Number 21 has endured pain countless times, but that type of pain pales in comparison to what she is experiencing now. She trembles violently, her elbow slips out from under her on a pool of blood, causing her frame to fall onto the cold floor with a heavy thud. She firmly grabs onto the protrusion of the wall to drag herself forward. Can't stop. I mustn't be discarded. As a test subject, that would be the end of her life. She does not want it to end. Somebody to repair her. Anyone. The screams fade into the distance. The damage to her audio module makes her unable to hear clearly. Her world succumbs to silence. All that remains is a tightly sealed door with flashing red light nearby. She does not know what to do. She approaches the infirmary and asks for help. The artificial heart beats in her chest. The medic bot incessantly issues some alerts about insufficient vital fluid storage. Her heartbeat becomes languid and cumbersome. Thump, thump, thump. Following the deafening noise, number 21 realizes the sound was not coming from her heart. Instead, she sees the door in front of her has been open by an explosion. Gravel and rubble fly in every direction. A beam of light shines from the breached doorway, landing on number 21. Holy pain, what the fuck? That's the medic bot? Okay. That's not what I had, the image I had in my mind. That's still fine. Dude, this is... Holy shit. Okay, let's just continue. This light is unlike anything she has ever seen. The orange light envelops her in a peculiar warmth. It's Buddy, her weapon. A woman stands amidst the light. Her long red hair dances in the wind with every move. The light almost appears to radiate from her body. Holding a blade, she looks down at 21. Number 21's blurry vision makes her unable to distinguish the red-haired woman's face. Is she glowing? It's so warm. She reaches out for that warm light. Why am I hearing an alarm? What the hell did you do? Didn't I tell you not to make a scene? Yep, No.21 Interlude rocks, welcome. Why should I listen to you? I'm just as responsible for completing the mission. Quit lecturing me. I'll be lurking while grinding out Recitivio. Alright. Enough. She furrows her brows and terminates the transmission. She walks around 21, proceeds down the corridor without even casting so much as a sideways glance at her. Don't leave me. No.21's weak plea goes unanswered. She slowly lowers her arm, unable to support her cumbersome mechanoid frame, as her vision gradually fades to black. Wind, warm light, birds chirping. The outside world is just a few steps away, but she no longer has the strength to make it. After who knows how long, she hears the crisp sound of footsteps coming from behind. Is that all I could grab? Not satisfied with my work. The sound approaches from afar, stopping beside her. No other construct in Kurono could have gotten half as much as what I did. The Daedalus branch has already been completely wiped out. If you want any intel, go get it yourself. I'm too lazy to go digging through this dump. Wiped out? By a single construct? How did you... She terminates the transmission, stopping the babbling noise. Right at the moment, the medic box's last bar of energy depletes. The tube connecting it with No.21 convulses, no longer injecting any fluid. In a blur of consciousness, No.21 feels a pair of hands lifting her shoulders. She struggles to open her eyes. This time, No.21 clearly sees her face. A face she has never seen before. She has never seen such a vibrant color. Her hair and eyes are a fiery red. She picks up 21 like a doll, lays her out flat, and then stops her blood loss with surgical precision. Are you? No.21 opens her mouth to speak. Her voice is wispy and delicate like a gossamer. She remembers a story No.20 told her about a mythical being that shines radiantly and brings salvation in times of danger. Probably the Phoenix. Are you an angel? Hearing No.21's question, the red-haired woman sneers at such a preposterous question. She approaches her and forcefully closes the wound on her chest. Compared with the pain she has just endured, 21 only winces slightly. The sound of music can be heard playing in the Institute. Put your head on my shoulder. Whisper in my ear, baby. This is a reminder to all test subjects that it is now 4 o'clock. Time for them to assemble for their afternoon round of experiments to collect data. Angel, you've got to be joking. She whispers into 21's ear. I'm the devil, here to take you back to hell. That's just a fantastic look on Vera's face. Totally not freaky. That's enough. Rest and welcome aboard the train to hell. When you wake up, you'll arrive at your destination. This is the last thing 21 hears before losing consciousness. I can't blame you. Holy shit, dude. That was an intense first chapter. And that's only one of 6. My hell. That was intense. Kurono researcher. Alright. So good. Yarha, the leader, is looking for you. How can you still be working at a time like this, pulling another all-nighter? The man sitting at his desk waves his left hand in dismissal, not even bothering to lift his head up from the screen. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Only a genius like me would come up with something like this. The researcher who entered the laboratory looks around at the research books scattered all over the room and sighs. You mean the half-finished mechanoid prototype from Daedalus's research division? No, it's far more than just a prototype now. The man named Yarha steps aside, revealing the fruits of his labor. The hologram of a construct is floating above the large desk. Because of her physique, I installed a mind interface onto a weapon link and weaponized the medic bot into a brand new external mobile device for her to use in combat. Oh! I call it Cobot. Hey, great fucking name. Very clever. This modification helps her stabilize mind while functioning as an unprecedented combat system. However, this combat system is only suitable for her at this point. After all, we'd be hard-pressed to find someone with a similar framework. Take a look at this. Yarha taps the battle simulation interface and plays a recording of number 21 fighting corrupted. On the screen, number 21 and Cobot can be seen fighting hand in glove as a highly synergized team. Oh, Yarha is a reference to Yorha from Nier Automata. Huh. I really need to play Nier Automata, dude. I really need to play it. Unimaginable burst damage, environmental adaptability. This is my magnum opus. No wonder I haven't seen you around recently. You've already made this much progress. It's not complete yet. I still haven't thought of a way to reduce the severity of her mind fluctuations. She's gonna need a lot of recalibrating before she's combat ready. In that case, I'll leave you to your work then. Don't forget to go to the training ground. The leader is looking for you. Alright, I'll go after I wash up and eat some breakfast. You're deploying her into battle? Should I do my best snob voice for this?
Correct. However, you've already spent more than enough time on development. We need to see results.
In the office next to the training ground, a Kurono official dressed in black suits behind the desk. As he speaks, he taps his index finger for emphasis. And for good reason, she'll be one of a kind.
Kurono isn't a place for you to live out your wildest research fantasies. You haven't forgotten why you chose to stay here, have you, Yarha?
Okay, so about Kurono. Kurono is a lot, and I mean a lot, for right now. Just know they love money. And like Daedalus, they work on constructs outside of government view. They're also weirdly named after Kuro games. It's probably a meta joke about how they're a gacha company. That's fair. I'll be honest, I see a snob in a suit and I kind of want to make fun of him. One thing when the person in the suit is a good dude, it's another one that's a fucking snob. And this gives off major snob vibes.
You're an important member of Kurono. You wasted your time on the latest creation when you could have been helping Kurono ascend to greater heights in other aspects. You know this, we know this, yet I humor you because I believe this small sacrifice was worth it to Kurono.
Oh, he's an Omega snob for sure. Well, I'm gonna keep giving him my snob voice. It's not a very good snob voice, but I'm gonna mock the fuck out of him.
Now tell me, will you betray Kurono's trust in you?
Understood, but the field test must be conducted under my supervision.
Of course. Number 21's frame has already been brought here. Let's begin.
When did you bring... Forget it. Very well, as you wish. Yarha walks to the console station behind the ballistic glass facing the training ground. From here, the entire field can be seen at a glance in the best seat of it, like the best seat in a theater. Good, Yarha. Let the show begin.
Show us that one-of-a-kind frame you're so proud of.
Following a loud rumbling sound, a transparent cylindrical container slowly descends from the ceiling of the training center. A pure white construct is submerged within a liquid-filled container, her long hair floating and swaying. A spherical machine can be seen next to her. When did the container arrive at the center of the training ground? The liquid is pumped out and the construct's feet land on solid ground. A gust of air fills the container, causing her hair to float up and obscure her pale face. Activating to frame. 20, 50%. Scanning mind. Initializing cognition. Initializing combat system. Yarhar wipes the sweat off his forehead. His breathing stabilizes as the frame begins to activate. Behind them, he feels an intense glare, giving him no choice but to continue with the procedure. Strong gusts of air in the container gradually subsides now the construct is completely dry. The girl standing in the container remains calm as if she has just woken up. Activation complete. The No.21's Interlude challenge takes place over both fights. In this first fight, keep fighting up until everything's dead. Okay. The glass walls of the container begin to lower. The construct slowly begins to open her eyes. A red light flashes by. Let the construct field test begin. Level 1. Level
1. Lacking confidence in your work?
But Yarhar closes his eyes and then opens his eyes with a resolute expression. Initiate level 3. Understood. Activating construct field test. Danger 3, level 3. Releasing test content. Following the notification, the area surrounding the training ground begins to shake. The rumble draws closer and the floor opens as countless corrupted swarm out from within. The silent training ground is instantly filled with mechanoids hissing. Good luck. Yarha's whisper is obscured by the hissing, making it inaudible. Where am I? Who am I? She is bewildered for a moment over these existential questions. Holy shit. A moment later, a gust of wind brings her back to reality. Danger unknown. Darkness, death, battle. Holy sweet intenseness. What the fuck? That is all she sees, hears, and smells. Faced with the confusion, falls by the wayside. Countless mechanoids with menacing red eyes charge her like a flood, about to engulf and scatter her existence. Danger. Killed. She clenches her fist. The desire to attack surges from the depths of her frame. Overwhelming her, she retreats a step, arches her back, and growls like a feral wild animal, exposing her face in preparation to fight this unknown danger. This fucking song is metal as fuck. Eliminate danger.
Chibiko. Ikuyo.
Don't blink and watch your masterpiece. Sorry.
Don't blink and watch your masterpiece work, Yarha.
Come on, go. Boom. Just gotta kill everything, that's all. Wow, that missed everything. System launched Musashi X. That's a level 7 prototype, it's not calibrated. I don't know what Musashi S is, but it sounds dangerous. Yeah, nice try. I pushed the wrong buttons. Whoopsie! Yeah, it is. Has passed the highest level of the field test. Stop attacking. Oh no, she's out of control. Yeah, no, I think so. Just keep attacking, you said, for the hidden story? Okay. Alright, that works for me. Kill everything, got it. Boom. Not too hot. Alright. Mission over. Okay, things are dead. Did it reset? No? Okay, we're good. The cobot attached firmly to the glass begins to move. A purple beam of light fires the laser cannon floating behind 21, shattering the ballistic glass. Even though Kurano boasts an impeccable defense system, it's powerless in stopping the ashen monster that they had built. A white construct leaps over the shattered glass like a leopard and lands on top of the console. She squats down on the giant, intricate machine. The cobot climbs the ceiling and returns to her side, like a wild beast that only responds to her commands. Hurry, Yarha, do something, don't just stand there. Oh wait, I was supposed to do my snob voice. Oh well. Yarha remains sitting on the ground, unable to respond. To hell with his leader, to hell with Kurano. His mouth half open, he sees his creation from this close for the first time. He trembles, partly out of fear, but mostly out of admiration. As if born from white oblivion, the Gurt radiates a menacing aura of that of a ferocious beast. Immaculate and dangerous. She is like a living creature. Of course, she was a human after all. However, regardless of her past experiences, or the broken, lifeless frame that was sent to him, she is different now. She is fully awakened. 21 stands and jumps up, down from the top console. Yara trembles and shuffles back in fear, closing his eyes. 21 just stands there looking at her surroundings. What is it? While showing keys. They say that she's so dangerous while showing super cute art of her. Yeah, bro, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm over here just being like, this is menacing? This is cute. But the thing is, like, at the same time, if I saw this cute little monster attacking and destroying robots with the speed and precision of a fucking nuclear bomb, then I probably would at least be shitting my pants a little bit too. Well, maybe not, but you get what I'm saying. Like, that would be kind of terrifying. Although, you know, the super snob in the back is shitting his pants for sure. Her voice is a lot softer than what Yarha imagined. She speaks gently. If she is worried about waking someone up. Nah, the Kurano employees are just whips. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, so as I said, shitting their pants out of fear. So many buttons. What is it? She would never hurt a fly. Then what do you call what we just did to those fuckers? Who are you people? 21 repeats her question. She steps over Yarha and walks forward. The Kurano leader trembles before her. Deserved. Fair. Calming down, number 21 stops and looks at the others only with vigilance and curiosity. She's like a newborn beast. Oh look, she's kind of like pouting. That's adorable. Are you researchers? Yes, that's correct. I have a new body. Did you do that? Yes, we did. Now you have to obey our orders, so stop right there and don't come any closer. I was the one who did it. I developed your new frame. Oh. To their surprise, 21 remains where she stands. Yarha's mouth becomes parched. He was not expecting 21 to be so obedient. This really is. The Corona leader stands and passes the dust off his suit. His calm and confident executive demeanor returns. That won't last.
It's brilliant and incredible. I didn't expect it to be so much potential hidden in the data research division. Is this the humanoid weapon they've been working on?
Bro plays Genshin Impact. He seems like that much of a loser. Genshin Stan.
Nicely done, Yarha. Is this the only one you recovered?
Yes, I supervised the recovery mission. The other test subjects seem to either fail the modification surgeries or field tests for various reasons, but Vera found her during the mission. She was still undergoing modification at the time. Fortunately, they stopped halfway. Those imbeciles at Daedalus didn't have the technical capabilities for conducting such a precise operation. I agree.
She's not ready to be sent out on missions now. We can't have her going berserk like she just did now. All Coronel constructs must learn to obey orders no matter what. I have an idea. You said Vera brought her back, correct?
Oh fuck. At 6 o'clock, number 21 opens her eyes to see herself lying on a gray bed. This room is completely different from the one at the Institute. It's not pure white in color, mostly black or gray. Also, there is no music, but she hears the sound of birds chirping nearby through the window. At 7, she no longer needs to wash up now that she's a construct. She stands in front of the mirror, looking at her strange new frame. She no longer needs the medic bot, even though it's still by her side. Looking at him quietly, she sees him waving a slender mechanoid arm at her in response. That's new. At 8, Coronel personnel work begins. Number 21's room is no longer at the end of the corridor. Sitting in front of the window, she sees humans wearing all sorts of different colors. She even sees constructs walking around. Most people wear black while others wear colorful clothes. The colors combine in a variety of interesting patterns. 21 watches them intently. At 8:30, she hears a knock at her door. 21 stands up and walks to the door. She stands there confused at the noise. The knocking becomes louder and more hurried. 21, open the door. Open the door? With a bang, the door blasts open. The human on the other side raises his hands in fright. Behind him, several heavily armed constructs raise their weapons and aim them at 21. The awkward stand-up proceeds for several seconds. Seeing the confused look on 21's face, the human rubs his forehead. Alright, enough, stand down. Yarha already informed me that this construct might lack some common knowledge. I think I accidentally scared her is all. The constructs lower their weapons. Why are they letting her out of the observation room if that's the case? We can't just let her stay in there. She needs to acclimate to how Corona operates. She needs to go on missions and be of service. She's too dangerous. She can kill us in the blink of an eye. Well, I mean, you probably deserve it. And keeping her in this observation room isn't going to stop her. You know that. Are you really going to hand her off to that woman? At the behest of our leader, there's nothing I can do. If I was calling the shots, I'd have her stay here for another year and a half. But this is Kurano after all. It's not that I don't understand decisions from the higher-ups. I know we're not really a place for scientific research. It's just that the lady that's mentoring her... Oh, her mentor's Vera, huh? That explains why she's crazy. Come with me, we have a new mission for you today. Okay, understood. I refuse. I'm not giving you a choice. You must be joking. You think you can twist my arm like that? Ugh. I should mention this. The Cerberus squad is made entirely of constructs from Kurono. Also, as Lee mentioned in Chapter 2, he was in Kurono for a while too, mostly working alongside Vera. He did mention that. Okay. Vera sneers and slams her weapon on the table. I complete missions for you so you can do what you want. In return, you let me fight on the battlefield. I think we're at 7,200-ish. I think we might be a little over that. I'll have to check after we finish this. Where were we? Where does that say anything about babysitting? Ugh. She's special. You're the only construct in Kurono who can handle her. Also, with her new frame being as powerful as it is, don't you think it'd be a challenge you're looking for? Oh, you're goading me into doing it. You'll be surprised when you see her in battle. As you can tell, I am giving my best snob voice for this piece of shit right here. I'm not good at it, but I'm giving it a go. On the battlefield, all I see is myself and my prey. Based. Did you forget all the damage you caused to Daedalus Research Division? You failed to recover all of the data, drew unnecessary attention to us, and left us to pick up the pieces. If you really wanted to leave that dump in one piece, you wouldn't have assigned me to the mission. Yep. This is an order, not a negotiation. Don't forget, you still need Kurono. I won't allow you to refuse. She's here. Want to say hello to the new construct you saved? Two figures walk by the window. A moment later, the office door opens. I brought the construct. Let's give them a few moments to get to know each other. That voice is starting to suck to do, though. Probably gonna stop. Even though he's an actual fucking douchebag. The room becomes quiet as two constructs stare at each other. There's a mission? You've got to be joking. Vera glares at 21. I should have just left you in that dump when I had the chance. You're the one that saved me. 21 has not forgotten the red construct before her. She hesitates for a moment, then asks, what happened to the Institute? Why am I here? Did a researcher send me here? Are you really that clueless? 21 shakes her head slowly. Fine. If they're gonna do this to me, I won't go easy on you. What's your name? Name? Do you really have to repeat such a simple question? What's a name? You're really as clueless as it gets, aren't you? I'm asking what I should call you. 21. Just a number? Whatever. Listen up, number 21. Since they've assigned you to me, from now on you have to obey my orders. Why? Because I saved you. If it wasn't for me, you'd be in a pile of scrap by now. If you don't, you'll be discarded. Is that what you want? I don't want to be discarded. Of course not. You got that new frame out of the kindness of my heart. You should thank me, kiddo, seeing that you're still alive and kicking. Now I'll be nice to you, and if you obey my orders, I'll guarantee you'll regret it if you don't. You finished yapping with the vocals? Nice. Please don't get scared about the amount of vocals. How much did you send me? I'll look at it later. Also, Kat, I'll send you over those files later. I still haven't done them. They're on my phone, so I have to extract them from my phone and then create a zip. Unless you want me to send them over Google Docs. I've just been so busy that I haven't had the time. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna get scared. Vera strokes her chin, then grins connivingly. Well then, let's begin our first mission, 21. Taryn Boone with the follow! Thanks a lot and welcome to the stream! If I'm not mistaken, 21 is older than Vera, right? I actually don't know. 7, do you know for us? Can you look that up for us real quick? I know 21 is 22, which is interesting. I don't know how old Vera is. I also don't know how old she is at this point of the story. She is, but 21 is functionally a child. There you go. But take your time with my yapping. Gotcha. You're all good. I'm over here yapping a whole video. Several construct block Vera as she walks through Kurno's hall. Sorry. Out of my way. Well, la-di-da, look at you, hotshot. I wouldn't say that to Vera, of all people. Because I said a lot of stuff about what happened. Okay. That was not smart. I wouldn't talk to Vera, of all people, like that. She'll turn you into shish kebab. Poor girl, has she heard your nickname? If you're looking for a fight, I'm happy to oblige. Yeah, again, I wouldn't do that to her. I would not want to say that shit to Vera's face. No, thank you. She casts a sideways glare and warns them coldly. Vera's always been a lone wolf, and her arrogance always caused friction among her and the other Kurono constructs. She's often ridiculed for her past experience, and the fact that she has never been a member of a team. Vera was made into a construct at 17. They aren't able to really mentally mature after the surgery. So Vera's 17, and then technically speaking, 21 is 22, but she has the functional capability of a child because of 1, malnourishment, and 2, she was a literal test subject. A literal test subject. Yeah. But Vera is essentially an adult, and 21 is still learning words. My stream was delayed as fuck. I am up to speed now. Alright. Was it? I'm not that far behind. It does that sometimes. Internet's weird like that. Like sometimes I'll get the stream on my end will be like delayed up to a minute, and then I refresh it and it's like within seconds of after I say something. Oh, on your side? No, you're all good. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes some shit gets fucking weird. Streaming's a weird thing to get into. I can offer you a dead member right now if you'd like. What do you say? Vera grins as she grabs the blade at her waist and unsheaths it. Yeah, you fucked up. You've caught me in a good mood. I wouldn't mind spending some quality time with my colleagues. Oh god. Yeah, no, I do yap a lot about what I like. People get scared when they see lots of minutes and lots of vocals. I don't know why. But I promise it's a good listen. Alright. Not anticipating Vera would have been so bold as to draw her weapon in the hall, the constructs tense up. You did not anticipate that Vera would be bold enough to do that. I'm pretty sure she's threatened her superiors at certain points. Of course she's bold enough to draw her weapon in the fucking hallway. You're lucky she hasn't ran you through. I'm warning you, Vera. You'll get what's coming to you. You're just a coward who's scared she can't protect her teammates. No point in taking it out on us. Shut up, NPCA. Say that again. I dare you.
Vera, what are you doing? Trying to resolve a bit of a misunderstanding, that's all.
The most extreme example is Baminata. She was made into a construct at 9. She can still get smarter, but she can't really stop being 9.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't do anything. She just pulled her weapon on me.
No, you did something.
You're the real coward. Looks like you've had a lot of free time recently, Vera. How's the mission coming along? You mean 21? Relax, I've got her taken care of. Well, that would not put me in a very helpful mood. What great timing! Suddenly, an explosion rumbles in the distance. Security personnel in the hall instantly tense up. What's going on? I think it came from the break room. Go check it out. If I had a guess. Entering the break room, everyone is shocked by the destruction sprawled out before them. 21 stands among the ruins with a pipe in her hand. Water pours out of the pipe, soaking her. What the hell are you doing? I'm completing my mission. Vera, what was the mission you gave her? Mission? What mission requires you to blow up the break room? Clean the floor, but there was no water. So I wanted to open the box with water. Everyone looks at Vera, who shrugs. Didn't I tell you to look at the manual? I didn't know some of the words. What the hell did you make her do? Yeah, that chose a great person to instruct her. Fold the blankets, sort the weapons, clean the bathroom floor. Mission complete. Vera, you better explain yourself. You're making a state-of-the-art weapon, clean toilets. You're the one who jumped her on me. She doesn't even have any basic life skills. How's she gonna survive on the battlefield like this? So we've got to start with the basics. In the office, Vera seats leisurely at the sofa. Subtle satisfaction can be heard in her sardonic tone. The man in the suit rubs the bridge of his nose. He appears to have quite a headache. You're right, maybe giving her to you for training was a bit ambitious. Not like I told you so. Well then, I guess I'll have 21 operate alone. That's not gonna end well. Are you kidding me? She doesn't understand a thing she hears. There's no way she can go out on missions alone. Doesn't matter how strong she is, she'll die out there. You underestimate her. Not to mention, if she can't fend for herself out there, you're right, I can't assign a caretaker to watch over her 24/7. Survival of the fittest. If she can't even complete a simple field mission, Chrono has no need for such a useless weapon. That's enough. Get going. I'll have a new mission for you shortly. Screw it. I'll give it another shot. Oh, you've changed your mind. Getting soft, are we? I don't want a failed mission ruining my perfect record, that's all. Vera scoffs coldly, then stands up and proceeds to leave. 1 week. You have 1 week. If you can't do it, then forget it. Vera refuses to respond. Instead, she just opens the door and leaves the office. 21 is waiting outside, her cobot revolving around her. Let's go. Am I going to be discarded? What makes you think that? You said if I can't complete a mission, I'll be discarded. I did, didn't I? No, you're not getting discarded. Vera hurries onward with 21 struggling to catch up. What should I do? Why do you always gotta ask everyone what to do? Can't you think for yourself? Think for yourself? I don't understand. Vera stops in her tracks, then turns and grabs 21 by her shoulders. 21's hair, which is still wet from earlier, sticks to her face, making her appear all the more pitiful and dejected. This only irritates Vera further. Ask yourself, don't you have any desires? Don't you want to know what makes you feel satisfied when you do it? Desire? What's that? Dude, this is legitimately sad. Forget I said anything. You're just a coward who's scared she can't protect her teammates. No point in taking it out on us. If you fight, you'll probably just get discarded. Fight? I'm good at fighting. Aren't you worried about getting discarded? Stick with me and you just might. And if I don't, I won't get discarded? You still might. What's the difference? When you die, doesn't matter where. It may be the best or worst decision to let you follow me, but here's things only can get worse. Talking to 21 is more like talking to a doorknob than talking to a marshmallow. 7. She legit has, like... She has the battle IQ, but she doesn't have, like... I don't know. I don't know which way to describe it. She doesn't have the IQ necessary. Not even her IQ, like, she doesn't have basic functional skills. All she really has going for her is her strength in battle. That's about it. What do you mean? I don't get it. 21 stares at Vera. She doesn't understand a word Vera is saying. But a weight from Vera's hand feels like nothing she has ever felt before. Are you even listening to me? Or are you daydreaming? I heard you, but I don't understand. You're killing me. Vera rolls her eyes, unsure of what she has done to deserve this. Alright, I'll cut to the chase. Let's get down to business. Okay. When you leave the Institute 21, what do you want to do? What want to do? I don't understand. Don't you like doing anything? Like, I want to read a ton of books, I want to wear tons of clothes, I want to go to the beach, I want to lay in a field of flowers, I want to... The girl before her begins counting the number of things she wants to do on her fingertips. 21 has never read a book, she's never worn any other clothes. She does not know what a beach is, she has never seen a field of flowers. When I leave, what do I want to do? 21 struggles to think of something. All she knows is what is written on her daily schedule. If there is anything that she could hope for, it might be new colors or smells other than what was in the Institute. 21 sees her reflection in 20's glimmering eyes. She finds herself muted and dull. Experiments. What did you say? Complete experiments. Huh? Complete all the experiments. That's what I want to do. It's so boring. You're just like all the other test subjects. All you guys think about is completing experiments. 21 looks down. She does not quite understand what 20 is talking about. Nor does she understand where the twinkle in her eyes comes from, or even why 20 behaves so differently from her. She looks at the back of her hand. A bruise formed after such a long period attached to an IV, and it's covered with medical tape. She never thought about what she could do if she could leave the Institute, because she had no answer. Someone else would tell her what to do. She just needs to do it. Anyway, even if you don't know, you'll leave the Institute soon enough. It's almost time for my modification surgery. You might be a bit of an airhead, but I still don't want to leave you. While I'm gone, you'd better think of what you want to do. I see. Why are you here so early? Vera interrupts 21's recollection. She looks up to see Vera standing at the entrance to the training room. Her eyebrows are raised as she asks. The hand is at 6, so I woke up and started the mission. Huh? You mean 6 o'clock? Vera looks at the clock hanging on the wall in the training room. The clock reads 10, meaning 21 has been sitting here for several hours. Next time you get here so early, stop training by yourself. Oh, understood. Also, when I say something, you'd better listen up. Don't make me tell you a second time. Oh, okay. Well, let's begin. Put this on and warm up. Vera throws her a small mind simulator. She follows Vera's instructions and attaches it to her temples. Load battle simulation hex 0 to 22. Understood. Loading scenario. The scenery around them begins to change. Weeds and rocks grow into the ground and the sun appears in the sky. Hot wind blows through the air. Where am I? It's just a simulated environment. Don't worry just yet. She smells the air. She smells the hot air and scent along with other peculiar smells. Her whole body is tense and excited by all the novelties around her. Let's make a few things clear. 1. Listen to all my commands when we're in battle. 2. 21 hears a faint sound from behind a rock. Turning around quickly, a mechanoid springs out from behind and rushes to her. A laser cannon blows the mechanoid pieces right before it reaches 21. Vera unsheathes her blade. After a fierce clash, another mechanoid falls to the ground. Don't get in my way. Vera pulls out her blade from the back of a mechanoid's head and smiles arrogantly. Her red eyes twinkle with a light more radiant than the distant sun. Her red frame glows like a goddess emerging out of the flames. The intense red dazzles 21's eyes. Her heart begins to race again. A voice in the depths of her mind screams for more. Understood. Vera finally realizes that 21 does indeed have unparalleled talent on the battlefield. She fights with the frenzy of a beast in an arena. This is a sharp contrast from the clueless new recruit she had seen earlier. 21's synergy with Cobot is far greater than any team Vera has witnessed in Kurona. The silly little robot functions as an extension of herself. At the same time that their training progressed, she begins to uncover 21's issues in battle. 21 has no understanding of the concept of defense, nor does she know how to fight together with others. As soon as she engages in combat, she becomes a rabid dog without a leash. She ignores orders and is unable to restrain herself. She fights without discretion until all the corrupted are destroyed. Her combat module seems to have only one command: kill everything. That's intense. Enough, 21, stop. Hiss. Right as 21's pupils narrow, she pounces on the nearest corrupted. The Cobot traps the corrupted in a force field, and then the laser cannon floating beside her fires a beam of light, blowing up the corrupted. Just great. Vera has no intention of stopping the combat simulation. Her first priority is to put the rabid dog on the leash. Vera slashes an attacking corrupted with her blade as she tries to close in on 21. Sensing someone approach, 21 roars menacingly and launches an attack on Vera, unable to distinguish friend from foe. Vera blocks the blast from 21's laser cannon, then leans back to avoid the following blow from the Cobot. Right as Cobot passes by, she throws her blade with all her might. The flying blade pierces through Cobot's mechanical arm and nails it firmly to the ground. Among the carnage, Vera rolls as the laser cannon tracks her with a continuous barrage of attacks, and manages to arrive next to 21. 21 doesn't excel at close-range combat unlike Vera, who is in her element. Vera clutches 21's throat from behind and restrains her arm behind her back and kneels on knees the back of her leg. 21 falls to her knees and frantically tries to escape Vera's hold as she growls relentlessly. Vera secures her tightly, holding her head close to 21's ear. 21 snap out of it. I'm the devil, here to take you back to hell. The familiar sound, the familiar scent, and the familiar touch. A flash of memory awakens 21 as she gradually pulls herself out of attack mode and slowly stops struggling. Stop combat simulation. Combat simulation terminated. The surrounding environment changes rapidly, turning back into the empty training room. The only sound is the two constructs struggling to catch their breath. Vera relaxes her hold on 21, who sits motionlessly on the floor. Come to your senses, huh? Vera pulls her weapon is sticking out of Cobot. It twitches as it exudes a wisp of black smoke. Yes. What did I say? When we're in combat, you have to listen to my every command. I can't control myself. Then you better start learning. I can't. Don't say you can't. Vera slashes her sword, causing the sharp blade to slice through the air with a loud sink. As she looks down at 21 with an expression similar to when they first met. On your feet, keep going. The tone in her voice, it sounds like there's nothing she cannot do. For some reason, 21 can't help but believe what the construct before her is saying. Is it because of her threatening color, or the light in her eyes? Understood. Alright, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Oh shit. Fucking energy drinks over here falling down. That's one way to start it. Okay, that music's intense as fuck. Alright. 21 stands up to Vera's surprise. She becomes reinvigorated with energy and spring in her step. I want this song in my playlist. Is this the desire that the construct spoke of? If so, then this is what 21 wants to do. Watch closely. This is how you defend yourself. Vera takes a step back and blocks the Corrupted's attack from the side with her blade. Why defend? Why not just kill everything? Good question. The Corrupted hisses, signaling another Corrupted to rush over and attack. Vera slashes downward. The Corrupted loses its balance and falls towards her. With the flick of her wrist, she adeptly pierces it torso with the head of the Corrupted behind it. Sometimes you have to defend in order to kill more Corrupted effectively. Duh. Corrupted don't have minds of their own, but we do. Don't stick to their level and fight like a rabid dog. Combat requires you to think. Understood. When I order you to defend, I step back. 21 rolls back towards Vera. The two constructs stand back to back, surrounded by the approaching Corrupted like they're in the eye of the storm. However, they aren't afraid. On the contrary, they're filled with excitement and anticipation. Let the killing begin. As 21 roars, the Cobalt leaps into battle, unleashing a force field that imprisons the Corrupted closest to them, while Vera's blade severs their memory shells. The center of the storm begins to erupt with explosions, rippling outward in a dazzling display of fireworks. More enemies approaching from the rear. Oh yeah, 21's completely lost her mind. Okay, good. Find an opening. You take the left, I got the right. Let's see who gets there first. Understood. Metal. Absolutely metal. At 6 o'clock, 21 opens her eyes to see herself lying on a pure white bed. 21 finds herself in a new room next to Vera's. The bedding in this room is pure white. At 7 o'clock, 21 completes her routine with the frame inspection and maintenance. She opens the terminal Vera gave her. Even though she's unfamiliar with how to use it, she's learned to record some simple notes from it. Inspect and repair frame complete. Next is attack training. Number 21 faces the wall and begins to practice. Despite exercising caution, she accidentally shatters a glass wall. At 8, 21 sits at a desk in a break room. She takes a few small sips from a cup of piping hot black tea. Why are you drinking that? Because you do. Sitting beside 21, Vera resists the urge to smack her. Instead, she channels her anger into setting her own cup of tea forcefully on the table. Just do what I do in combat, not everything else. Oh. 21 replies and then takes another sip. At 9, 21 stands at the entrance to the training room, then turns to look back at the red construct approaching nearby. I wasted an hour of my sleep because of you. Look at me like that again and I'll cut you. Time to start combat training. Are you really trying to hurry me along? For today's training, you need to learn to stop fighting at a moment's notice. If you can't, you'll just get thrown out with the trash. Understood. At 6, they finish their training, and Vera walks through the hall, only to be stopped by 2 constructs. The reason she has a crazy smile in her ult is because she learned it from Vera. That makes sense. That makes sense. Looks like you got yourself a little pet. Not bad, Vera. Out of my way. Who knows, you might actually cry when you lose her. Vera pulls out her blade. 21 arches her back and snarls threateningly. The Kobat somehow manages to sneak up behind them and jumps on one of their heads, clasping his head with a mechanical arm. What is this thing? I can't see. What the hell is that thing? Hey you, constructs, what do you think you're doing? Vera scoffs. Vera sheathes her blade. The Kobat scurries off with the construct's head and returns to 21's side. 21 glares at the constructs. Her cold eyes make the constructs tremble. You guys are monstrous. Let's get out of here. No, you guys are just losers. Vera casts a sideways glance at the fleeing constructs with disdain. Her glare burns like a scorching fire. While I'm gone, you better think of what you want to do. 21 looks down at the Kobat that is lightly rubbing her foot. As unprecedented feeling overwhelms her. Is this what I really want to do? 21 shakes her head. She still doesn't know. All she knows is that her life is filled with even more colors. Daydreaming again, aren't you? Come crying to me if you missed the final inspection. Vera calls her up ahead. Coming. Vera, number 21 answers her and walks over. A lot of rating. On the training ground below, the last corrupted falls to the ground following Vera's final strike. Standing next to her, 21 waves gently. The Kobat jumps down from a pile of corrupted and scurries to her side. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous. Let me just see something real quick. I'm just looking at something real quick. Marvel. Oh, okay, I already read that. Okay, good. How'd you do it? I told you my plan was flawless. 21 is now completely at her disposal. What are you afraid of? Having second thoughts as a creator? No, I'm just amazed. I didn't expect Vera and 21 to be so compatible. Seems like 21 is acting more like a human after spending time with Vera. Human? Should never be human again. Constructs are just weapons. And that's how you start a rebellion amongst constructs. Just saying. Yarha resists the urge to argue with his superior. He might not be suitable for Kurono, but it's his best choice. Anyway, I'm happy to see that 21's new frame is functioning normally. It's well worth the effort. You should be. Now's the time to celebrate. The man in the black suit rubs his fingers in contemplation. Not bad, Vera. I know you're the only one in Kurono who could do it. Vera scoffs, declining to comment. Now that she's passed the test, it's time for you to take her on a mission. Color me surprised. Go on. What's the mission? I want you to go back to Daedalus Research Division. What? I told you I wasn't going to go pick your trash. Who said it was trash? We'll put a stop to Daedalus Little's tricks that have been pulling behind our backs all these years. They've been collecting lost data from the Golden Age during the early days of the Punishing Outbreak in order to independently conduct contract modification and expand their arsenal. According to our research, a lot of rare and valuable data from the black market ended up in Daedalus. With the collapse of Daedalus headquarters, the Babylonians were able to take advantage of a lot of people. The Research Institute was Daedalus' last haven. Since they are still conducting construct modifications, the remaining data must be there. You two are the most suitable for the job. Yarhard encrypted the topographic map of the Institute and found a hidden area. Alright, got it. Good going. You'll receive the mission briefing on your encrypted channel later. Oh, if everything goes well, your first mission with your new partner. 21, guess what happened today? Today, 20 is beaming with excitement to see 21 during the data collection experiment. She gets 21 and pulls her to the side. Sorry. You won't believe it, it's about you. Take a guess. 21 thinks as hard as she can, but nothing comes to mind. She shakes her head. I can't think of anything. You're no fun. Okay, I'll just tell you. I found your parents. 21 does not react at first. She just blinks with a blank expression, not understanding what she meant by parents. You know your mom and dad? You don't know that either? Do I need to? Your parents gave you life. They brought you into this world. This world? You mean the Institute? Anyway, they're super duper important. You should love each other. I don't have any important people. That's because you don't know they're your parents. If you knew each other, who gave me life. Well, I accidentally saw them on your data report. I mean, I wanted to see who my parents were, but I didn't see anything. But I saw yours. Your parents are researchers in the Institute. Oh, that's fucked up. Imagine using your own daughter as a research experiment. Oh, like holy shit, dude! That is not cool. Why aren't you happy? I thought you'd be excited. I've been dreaming of finding out who and where my parents are. How about you try to meet them? What do you think? I don't need to. What? Why? It's not my concern. Don't you want to at least try? They're your parents. Don't you have anything to say? Don't you want to tell them that you know who you are? Why? Don't they come looking for me? Or maybe they're having trouble. After all, who doesn't want to be with a family in a world like this? Maybe they're watching you every day from behind the scenes. Even so, aren't you at least a little curious? Don't you care about your family, your only family in this world? 21 puts a hand to her chest. She feels her heart beginning to race, but she still remains emotionless. 21 talks of family and love, but she doesn't understand the meaning behind those words. She doesn't want to do anything the researchers wouldn't allow. The researchers who forced her to wear this collar and conduct countless painful experiments. The people who gave her life are among them. If so, then she was only given life so she could be born as a test subject. The thought of this leaves her with no amount of optimism. That's sad, dude. I have no family. I don't care. Damn, bro. You really are. 20 bites her lip in firmly, her cheeks trembling in anger. 21 cannot possibly imagine how she feels. I'm so jealous of you. Your results are always top of the charts, even with how sick you are. The adults can't wait to mod you. And you know who your parents are. I have nothing. How can you be so indifferent? You and the other test strips are all the same, just a bunch of heartless monsters. She pushes 21 up against the wall. 21 furrows her brow, sensing 20's aggression. She arches her back and begins to growl menacingly. 20 trembles. She looks at 21, but all she sees is a strange, terrifying thing in front of her. She feels a chill in her bones as her eyes brim with tears. I'm crazy for thinking you are somehow different from those other things. Her body sways as if on the verge of collapsing. 21 sees a look of fear in her eyes, among other things she does not understand. 20's eyes are filled with darkness, the same way those test subjects during her experiments. Fear, hunt, test, kill. Instinctively, 21 growls and falls back, moving her feet vigilantly to prevent being attacked, and snarls threateningly. I guess I'm the only one who doesn't fit in here at the Institute. A killing machine like you. Even if you do get out of here, there's no way you can have a life of your own. That's wrong. 20 turns and leaves 21 where she stands. That was the day before 20's modification surgery. The last day 21 saw her. Dude, they parted on bad terms. Damn. 21. Very shouting brings 21 back to reality. 21 looks around blankly to find herself sitting on a transport craft. Was she daydreaming? We're here. Vera waves and jumps out the exit hatch. 21 stands and looks out the window. Leaves and sand ants in the wind, billowing up from the rumbling propellers. She sees the research institute where she had spent so many years. About woo-woo to a friend. Oh, you're all good, Cat. Welcome back. Looking from the outside, she sees a dark hole that seems oddly small from where she stands. Look familiar? Vera folds her arms, then looks up. It feels unfamiliar, yet so familiar at the same time. An unspeakable emotion grabs her heart, causing 21 to feel a shortness of breath. She does not have words for her contradictory emotions. Say hello. Time to pay a visit. It's got pretty long. Good. It's very long. Like, when they said that it was long, I figured it was gonna be long, but not this long. Like, we're only like, I think on 4 of 6. It's very long, but it's very, like, dark. Like, actually dark. It's still good. The corridor is strewn with broken limbs, and the ground is covered by a grimy liquid. I can't tell if it's blood or a vial fluid. Did you do this? Sure did. I bet you the entire institute got a problem with that. Vera hisses a laugh in the darkness. Look around. All those are the remains of failed constructs. Those dataless bastards couldn't even modify a single construct. Not even one? Each failed attempt was placed in embalming fluid and stored here in the laboratory like specimens. A chill crawls up 21's spine. Even number 20? These idiots are still looking for answers among completed failures. How pitiful. Vera turns on her flashlight. The cold, chilling light illuminates her face. Unlike their own, there's no sign of jest on her face. How about... Cat says, BTW, I want Vera to spit on me and do dirty stuff with me. Cat? It's okay. You're not alone. Like, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as you. I think I'm more of an alpha guy myself, but whatever makes you happy. It should be kept buried underground forever. Let sleeping dogs lie. It's just a mass grave. At the end of the corridor, Vera turns left. Standing there, 21 turns down and looks down the corridor. Both these two characters are so fun to play. Yeah. Vera and 21 are probably, like, if you're talking about these two, like, I have both of them in my dark team that I'm running. And this is honestly, like, 21 is one of my favorite characters to play, period. She's also my strongest currently. Like, even though I have Alpha, I've already started on the dark team, so it's like, there's no point in switching over at this point. 21 is really good. And I'd love to use Alpha, but by the time I got her, I was already building 21 in my dark team. How had she crawled all this way on instinct alone? This cold, rotten corridor is like a tongue sticking out of hell. It's sticky and moist, as if trying to devour all that enter. That's gross. Chill watches over 21, standing in this place after living here for so many years. Only Vera's red frame offers any semblance of warmth. 21 quickens her pace to catch up with Vera. The door to the archive opens and 21 steps in. Suddenly, Vera grabs her arm. Someone's here. Vera mouths the words and shines her flashlight on the ground, revealing a row of messy footprints stained by vital fluid extending into the depths of the room. Okay. Expect the main chapters to start getting longer, by the way. There's still a good amount of gameplay, though, and they especially found a really nice balance after Nanamek's chapter because they started incorporating more of the story itself into the missions. Awesome. Sounds like they are working for a balance from the very start, then. 21 nods and steps aside. Vera turns off her flashlight and leads the way. A dim light shines in the dark recesses of the room. There's a ruffling sound like a mouse nibbling on a page. As they approach, 21 hears a human mumbling. Where is it? Where is it? Where the hell is it? Vera takes out her blade and clenches it tightly. She flicks her eyes, gesturing to 21 to go around the right side. In the faint blue of light of a flashlight, they see a man wearing a lab coat hovering over the drawer of files, searching for something. Stacks of documents and numerous empty cans scattered on the ground beside him. Not here either. A moment later, a light flashes in the man's thick glasses and a blade appears at his throat. The frightened man suddenly collapses on the ground. Right then, the lights to the archive turn on, revealing a disheveled man with glasses and a scratchy beard. His loud coat splotched with bloodstains. Right next to Camus and Roland. Yeah. Camus and Roland's is also long interludes. Sweet. Don't kill me. A daedalus straggler, huh? How'd you manage to survive here so long? The man tries to block the light to his face with his hands. He breathes rapidly and the corners of his mouth tremble as if under duress. They can't tell if he's panicked or excited. He doesn't appear to have his wits about him. Are you with Kurono? Answer the question. I was. Do you have the rest of the data? Data? I couldn't find it, did you? Where is it? Can you tell me? The data is crucial. I need it. Lunatic. 21 who turned on the lights walks back over to Vera and looks at the man's worrisome face. Do you know him, 21? No, I've never seen him. Hearing the name 21, the man suddenly looks at her in disbelief. His lips tremble even more as he crawls toward her, muttering to himself incoherently. 21? You're 21? My dear, my sweet dear. The man stretches his dirty hands to hold 21's leg, but Cobot and Vera's blade stand in the way. 21 steps back. She gives him a fierce glare and lets out a quiet, threatening growl. Don't you remember me? Don't you know who I am? I'm your father. Camus's interlude is sick, though. Cool. We'll have to do it eventually. And we will. Eventually. Father. Sorry? Vera raises her eyebrow and looks at 21 speechless. This lunatic is your pops? I don't know. 21's mood becomes chaotic again. Strange feelings collide in her chest. She feels a lack of oxygen. She opens her mouth and finally says, I don't know him. 21. Your mother and I came here when she was pregnant with you. You were born here in the Institute. You were in poor health since you were a child. Dude has no right to act like he's her father when he basically used her as a fucking test subject. There are complications of the pregnancy. You weren't going to make it. That's why we brought you here. Mother? Really? But I... Of course it's true. We watched you grow up and become big and strong all thanks to the operations. We had to do it, but your mother's gone now. I'm all that's left. Don't let your father die too. Don't kill me, please. Gone. Did she die? 21 repeats indifferently. Hearing this note, she doesn't know how to react to the stranger in front of her. I was the one who performed your modification surgery. I wanted you to finally be healthy, my child. It was me who... You performed my modification surgery to make me healthy. Enough. Vera can't take it any longer. She interrupts the man's incessant pleading. If she's your kid, why doesn't she have a name? Name? She does. When you were born, we called you Aurora. So 21's real name is Aurora? You know, that's oddly fitting. Vera's expression contorts in disbelief. If you don't believe me, I have proof. Proof that I'm your father. Are you with Corona now? Just let me go. I won't get in Corona's way anymore. Here's my proof. I don't need it. 21 says blankly. She breathes hard, trying to stifle an inexplicable feeling clogged in her chest. This isn't what she wants. It's not what she once imagined. My name? My name is a designation. 21 is my designation. Hear that? My partner says she doesn't want it. Vera points her blade at him again. You have two choices. Get out of here or let my blade see some bloodshed. I'll leave. The man hurriedly staggers to his feet. Knocks down a stack of documents on the table and rushes out of the archive. Stupid rat. What a waste of time. Vera sheathes her blade and then casts a sideways glance at 21. You're not gonna cry, are you? Guardian, welcome back. 21 shakes her head. I had no family. I'm not sad. How can you be so different? You and the other test subjects are all the same. You're just a bunch of heartless monsters. A killing machine like you, even if you do get it here, there's no way you can have a life of your own. I just want to complete my mission. Vera doesn't need a mom. 21 doesn't need a mom. Vera is her mom now. Yeah, Vera really is her mother figure. I don't think Vera would like that very much. Or accept it, like, verbally, but yeah, she kinda is. Vera glances out at her with a conflicted expression, then looks over at an advertisement on the ground. In color for text, it says, Gen 3, Aurora Frame, product of Universal Toys. What? She realizes that when he mentioned 21's name, his eyes wandered over in this direction. How sickening. Aurora wasn't her name then? They never actually gave her a name. Wow, dude. Her parents are pieces of shit. Come on, Yarha's intel says that the remaining data should be under here. We need to find another way in. Fuck, bro. Jesus Christ. That is dark. Alright. After searching for a moment, Vera uncovers a secret door behind the huge bookcase. They quickly break down the bookcase and open the access point. A mildewy odor of rotting paper comes from the depths of the corridor. 21 sniffs the odor, then sneezes quietly. Looks like we found our target. Eh, pup? Either he wasn't her dad or just lied. Or he was her dad and lied. Yeah, either way, he was a piece of shit. Either way. Vera jokes to distract herself from what just happened. 21 forces herself to focus on the task at hand and nods sternly. Personally, I think Vera should have killed him. I would not have been opposed to that. The two of them proceed along the corridor into the underground archive. All the files here are kept on paper. Watch your step. Don't break anything. Okay. The underground archive is considerably more cramped than the upper level. Stacks of solid documents are piled up on the ground, smelling of mildew. Number 21 wrinkles her nose, sniffing the odor in an attempt to remember this peculiar smell. Here. Vera is way too good of a person for the situation she's in. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I mean, she won't acknowledge it, but yeah, she's way better of a person than she's way too good of a person. Vera goes straight to the safe in the middle of the archive. She jams her blade into the lock, and after wiggling it several times, here's a satisfying click as it opens. She opens the safe and takes out a stack of documents from within. Her eyes shift to the top secret written in bold red on a file and checks the date on one of the corners. After confirming the other documents, she takes the entire stack and stuffs them into a sealed, waterproof pouch. Data secured. 21, what are you doing? There's a bug. 21 is huddled over a dead spire lying on its back, trying to sniff it. First off, that's not a bug. And if you like it so much, there's a billion others in our basement back at HQ. You can spend a night there if you want. Really? Okay. Anyway, mission complete. Let's get out of here. Roger. 21 stands up. The two walk towards the exit, but right as the pouch containing the documents crosses the threshold, an ear-piercing alarm begins to buzz. Suddenly, the floor begins to rumble faintly. Vera lifts the pouch, looks up to see a faint optical scanner at the exit. Damn it, it's a trap. What should we do? Run as fast as you can. We need to get the hell out of here. The rim's caving in. Alright, time for some gameplay. Damn it, I can't get through to headquarters either. Enough is enough, Kurono. Backup is on its way, number 21. You retreat first. The Adolescent uses the same defense system as Kurono. If we don't directly destroy these defenses, neither of us will get out. So leave that to me. I have a lot more experience in dealing with Kurono than you. Alright, get out of my way. Understood. What do you want? What do I do? I feel like I should help her. Well, I guess we'll figure out how to unlock the head end. Go back for Vera right before you fully leave. Okay. Got it. I gotcha. You know, I think my 21 might be stronger. So she learned that laugh from Vera. This is 21 requesting backup. There are many enemies underground. Copy, we can't send reinforcements. Evacuate as soon as possible. You can't? Why? Evacuate ASAP. But we're trapped. You are still fighting. I can't leave you alone. Oh, are you fucking serious? Fuck. In the deep and dark corridor, falling rocks rain down on 21's back. The rocks repeatedly force her to her knees, but she gets up again and again. 21's small frame is unable to completely shelter Vera. 21 leans over Vera to protect her head, arms wrapping around her tightly from behind, lifting her from her arms. The cobalt lifts up Vera by her legs. Then they proceed to arduously drag her out one step at a time. 21's laser cannon blasts the falling boulders overhead into pieces, but the shards of rock cut into her face. She hears the shards that pelt the cobalt like hail. Its small mechanical orbs can't support Vera's weight, causing it to lose its grip. You can do it, little. I haven't heard this word many times. She finally understands the meaning of the word as she says it. Little buddy. She should give the cobalt a designation as well, so why not buddy? You can do it, buddy. 21's hands are soaked with what appears to be Vera's vital fluid. The thick, sticky ichor fills the gaps between her figures. Each drop seems to tear at her heart. 21 is overwhelmed with pain, far more agonizing than what she felt when she had first climbed out of the corridor by herself. Seeing the shimmering light of the exit up ahead, her world gradually starts to quiet down. This is where she wants to go. She compels onward, carrying the red construct towards the outside world. Why? She doesn't know the answer. Perhaps that's just what she wants to do. Just like last time, she desperately struggles towards the light. What? The drizzling rain brings Vera to her senses. The violent impact had her temporarily knocked unconscious. She reaches up with her hand to wipe the rain off her face. Her blurry vision becomes slightly more clear. Looking down, she sees the data files within the sealed waterproof pouch are intact with the other hand. However, there is no sign of 21. 21? Vera wants to stand up, but the sharp pain in her back makes her wince. She rubs the artificial skin on her back, but the pain feels like a dozen sharp rocks grated her skin for over an hour, shredding it to pieces. She's able to reach her fingertips into the broken tissue and feel her internal components. Stupid idiot. Vera looks around. It's already nightfall, long past when they were scheduled to be picked up Corona forces from HQ. The Research Institute's entrance before her had completely blocked off by the collapsed rubble, turning it into a silent tomb. She hears the sound of raindrops all around her. 21, call out if you're still alive. I'm going to evacuate. If you don't come out now and I see you alive later, I'll cut you down as a defector. Vera's voice gradually lowers and disappears in the rain as if telling a joke only for herself to hear. Guess I can't live down the nickname of death after all. Vera laughs sarcastically. She picks up the blade off the side and uses it to prop herself up. The rock pile at the entrance to the Research Institute shifts, causing the gravel to roll down. Then suddenly, a small explosion sends rocks flying on either side. A white head pokes out from within. 21 quickly rolls out of the gap in the rock pile and lands heavily on a patch of grass. She looks at Vera. You're awake. The frail construct stands up with a limp. Vera notices something in her hand. One leg is broken, resting at an uncanny angle. She waddles towards Vera. The scene is shocking, but somehow a little funny at the same time. Vera raises her eyebrows. You're walking like a penguin. A penguin? 21 stands in front of Vera. Between them, there's a chunk of metal. The downpour washes away the dirt on it, revealing a vaguely written number 20 on it. Is this the remains of a construct? 21 remains silent. She looks around to see some white flowers growing next to Vera, who is still half lying in the ground. 21 places the remains next to the flowers. Was that your friend? I don't know. Looks like you've gotten quite the eye. Daisies are for remembering the departed. This flower is called the daisy? 21 examines the flowers closely. The slender petals are crystal clear and pure white in the rain. So pretty. Let's go back. You want to waddle your way back to Corona? I can do it. Quit wasting time, silly. Come heal me up. I can't. I'll tell you what to do. Late into the night, the barren expanse glows with a faint, desolate blue. The intermittent rain seems to stay all night, vowing to cleanse the dirt and despair from this vast land. Vera continues onward, supporting 21 like a crutch. Vera can feel vital fluid dripping from 21's broken leg into a hazy puddle. Her frame getting heavier and heavier. Simple nano patches aren't enough to repair the serious injuries. Have they not been misled out about the real purpose of the immersion? Corona. So this is what Corona would want. Weeding out the wheat. Vera grits her teeth and shakes 21 on her back. Hey, don't fall asleep. You're as heavy as a mule. Wake up. There's something I wanted to ask you. Was that man really your father? I don't know. Maybe. Had I known that he might not be, I would have killed the coward just to shut him up. I can't blame you. I can see why Cerberus might be your favorite team. They have some of the best lore so far. And again, Lucia's lore is pretty good too. And I haven't done Lee's quest. Or Liv's. Do parents love their children? Don't make it such a stupid generalization of the world. There is no absolute right and wrong. Nothing is black and white. They may be your parents, but that doesn't necessarily mean they deserve to be parents. Hannah2125, hello, welcome to the stream. 20 was right. I'm just a heartless killing machine. And I'm deaf. You better stay away from me, don't come any closer. I love 21 and Vera. A lot of people do, and I can't blame them. This is an amazing story. It really is. Tomorrow, I'm gonna request the leader to make you someone else's problem. How about that dumbass always looking for a fight? I'm sure he'd like you a lot. Why? Like I said, I'm deaf. Constructs that go on missions with me always end up dead. But I'm not dead. What's that got to do with it? Everyone calls me that, so that's who I have to be. And you have to stay away from me. I don't understand. Even an airhead like you thinks that something's up, huh? Only fools define themselves. Only fools limit themselves, and I hate fools. If someone tells you what you are, do you really want to do what they say? Those who try to order me around, they're just filled with a fear that they're too oblivious to realize. I don't do what others say, nor do I bother trying to prove myself to others. I only do as I please. Ask yourself what it is you desire. My desire? I want to train with you. At 6 o'clock, 21 wakes up on her pure white bed, birds chirping outside her window. At 7, she completes her routine frame inspection and maintenance. Then she trains with Buddy. At 8, she sits in the break room and learns some new things from the Red Construct. Something is about humans. At 9, she trains with the Red Construct. Her combat has a special color. She wants to see more flowers. She wants to smell new smells. She wants to see new colors. She wants to feel that orange light and its strange warmth again. Hey, quit falling asleep. You want me to lug your corpse all the way back? I'm not. 21 clings to Vera's back. Her familiar scent puts her at ease. Perhaps, even though there is a lot she doesn't understand. Perhaps 21 can have a life of her own. That's touching. Alright, let's go unlock the hidden ending. Or the hidden story. We already did all that. We're not doing that a second time. That's a little long for me. So I need to go back for Vera before you fully leave. Okay. Okay. Let's figure that out. You guys are still alive? How? And you die. Do I go back for Vera now? More fun to use gameplay-wise, in my opinion. Yeah, no, you're right. They are. I like using 21. 21's fun to use. She's also my strongest character. What is this? Okay. That's an order. Okay. You want to see who's crazier? I'm not gonna lose. I'm ready. HP and energy restored it greatly. I don't think that'll matter. I like this guy stands a chance anyway. Bro, you don't stand a chance. Just die. The afterlife is calling your name. And that's death. Okay. And now we have the hidden ending. Or the hidden story, not ending. I don't know why I called it hidden ending. Again, too long to read again. So Vera's Interlude was made after chapter 12, and No.20's was made after chapter 14. So take these as a sneak peeks into the writing quality of the later chapters. Yeah, it's gonna get better. A lot better. If this is the quality from chapter like 12 and 14, yeah, it's gonna get a lot better. Okay. A little bit more and we're done with 21's Interlude. Holy shit, this is long. 21 sees your face reflecting on the clean glass, where images projected onto an area of flat buildings. The colors here are bright, the sunlight is supple, everything seems to be composed of neatly cut white squares. Shit, CN is on chapter 30? Damn, bro, okay. Jeez, what chapter are we on, like, currently? A few hours prior, she and Vera were put into a sleeping pod. After a steady journey, they finally ended up here. Vera quietly standing beside her. She looks around curiously as she observes her surroundings. 22. Oh. They're just a little ahead of us. A little. The door in front of them opens and a woman walks out from within. You're hot. The woman has somewhat a stern expression and wears a professional attire. After looking at them, the woman smiles. You made it. Come in. Vera remains motionless. The woman walks around them and proceeds directly to the other side of the corridor. 21 smells a faint fragrance on her. That's only the main chapters. There are also side chapters. Oh, fuck. She walks by. Sunlight projects into the room through a gap in the door. The scene within the room begins to unfold in front of 21. In the dim room, two men are sitting in the shadows. One of them is sitting at a table. Underneath his meticulous white hairline, his eyes hold a sharp gaze, like that of a hawk or falcon used for hunting. The other had his back turned to 21. His rough, messy red hair on the back of his head looks like fur. 21 looks away at Vera, whose eyebrows are tightly furrowed. She could not decipher Vera's expression. After scanning the room, Vera's gaze shifted to the older man sitting behind the desk. Were you the one who brought us here, old man? That's Nikola, commander of Babylonian Parliament. The man slowly corrects Vera's address. Constructs Vera and number 21. You have been officially transferred to Babylonia's task force under my direct supervision. Babylonia? I accidentally made OBS big. Give me a sec. 21 understands every word the man says, but when put together like that, she has had difficulty understanding him. She repeats the only word she could pick out. Babylonia. Since you are... Cut off the official crap. I've heard it all before. Tell me something I haven't. Vera cuts him off, crosses her arm, and then fixes the gaze on the other man. I'd recommend you keep your arrogance in check now that you're here. Anyway, you'll be filled in later. Why us? There's a ton of other constructs in Kurono. Why my team? Huh, team? Can two constructs without a commandant really be called a team? Why doesn't matter. Soon you'll officially have something more worthy of being called a team. The older man knocks on the table, as if he received a signal. The man with his back to them turns his head. Sunlight only falls on half his face. Half of his body is hidden in the shadows, and half is exposed to the sun. He leans back in the chair and turns to Vera. Huh, am I really gonna be stuck with you two? The redhead man smiles, showing his fangs like a vicious dog. What did you two do to your land yourselves here? He looks rabid. And that was the final member of Team Cerberus, right? God damn. Holy shit. That was a really good story. That was a really, really good story. Hey, yo, we got 8,000 black cards. Hell yeah. Well on my way to getting SW.